So today we're headed towards northeast Maryland to a location that we're interested in investigating today. It's just going to be me and Elizabeth today because P.A.R.T couldn't make it, unfortunately. So it's just going to be a duo investigation today, but we'll make it work. This part of Maryland is actually seems to be pretty active with reports of Sasquatch. There's been several reports of people having sightings and evidence, and one of the groups I'm on online, there was actually some very compelling video footage, I think, of the trackway with multiple tracks, very clear footprints, wide stride, tracking deer prints in the mud.
Look at that thing. Holy smokes. Look at that. God, look at those toes. Oh man, so there's one. And then not far from that is a left. Give you some perspective. Boom. Boom. And then perhaps right on over there and out.
So we're headed up there today to check it out. It's actually an area that we've been to before, once before for a hike, just to check it out, and we didn't see anything that time. It's a nice area, but we did actually experience what we thought was a wood knock in the woods. Just a single, very loud clonk on a tree that both me and Elizabeth found kind of odd. So yeah, we're hoping for some activity today. I'm not sure what we're gonna get. We might just experience nothing but a nice walk, which is fine too, because we love our hiking. So we'll see what happens. Alright, we made it to our destination.
Hey.
There's Elizabeth. Lots of nice pines and other trees around this part of Maryland. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Ready.
Ready to find Bigfoot?
Oh yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
All right.
Alright, we're on the trail. Elizabeth is mic'd up.
Yep.
Recording audio. I got video. Got the body camera on. And our plan is just to hike a few miles in. Should be a pond area with a lot of peepers. You can already kind of hear the other peepers in the background there. But once we're there, we'll hang out for a bit, and plan is to wait till closer to sundown and hike back out before it gets too dark. Because that's the prime time, I believe, for having encounters, is that time when it's sun's starting to go down and night's coming. A lot of people have encounters around those times, so we're trying to encourage that, but you never know. We shall see. Hear something?
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard like a rustling. It sounded like a
Squirrel, maybe.
maybe a squirrel.
Yeah.
These kind of muddy, wet spots are areas that we just want to closely observe for any impressions, possibly. This is where they would be. Okay, well, for some reason, someone has a bowl of chicken and dog food, it looks like, out here.
And a sock.
Yeah, I don't know why there's a sock here, but there's bugs all over it. Flies and other things.
Spilled some right there.
Yeah, there's interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What are they trying to feed?
I don't know.
Yeah, look at all these trees that are just twisted up and some thick deadfall. Bench in the woods. interesting little area with a lot of baby pine trees. If I recall, this is where the pond should be. Just on the other side of these trees somewhere.
I smell a musty smell. Smell that?
It's not musty, it's
Oh, paint. I don't know what you...
no, it's the trees.
Oh, it's the trees. Okay.
Yeah, it's that like pine sol kind of smell, I believe. Let me see. Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, it smells nice.
I hear running water. Yeah, there's a little pond here. And a little stream. This might be where we'll come back to later and just hang out. It's a nice little spot to just relax and listen to the forest.
Oh, picnic bench.
Oh wow.
And table.
Alright, we are definitely coming back here and having
A picnic?
a picnic or lunch or
Yeah.
something. Looks like the road, there's a road that goes right up here.
Yeah.
I didn't know you could go that far. Well, that would be the easy route.
What are these? This, that, and that. And we're over here.
Just looks like maybe an animal was rummaging around. Squirrel or something. Good spot though.
Yeah.
They are a little, ground looks, the dirt's been exposed, like it's fresher. Concrete-ish looking rock. Looks like someone put a rock here. Interesting looking rock on this log. It's an interesting looking tree. Like it's an hourglass or DNA type shape.
Like,
Do you smell like a poop smell?
yeah.
Let's check our feet first.
I don't think so. I got a whiff of that.
Yeah. The wind's changing direction again, but there's water down here. must be like dog crap or something I smelled off trail, but it was a strong whiff of like crap smell. Creek again. I don't know if you can hear that, but the peepers just started up back at the pond. I don't know why they were so quiet earlier. Like the first time that we came here, they were very loud, yeah. But as we arrived, like they were quiet the whole time. I kind of like to think of peepers as like nature's alarm in a way, but like a reverse alarm where if they get quiet, that usually means that there's something walking around them. That's why they kind of shut up. Like I know they do that when I'm hiking, approach a pond or something, they all just start going quiet until you sit and wait. But it's weird that just now that they've decided to kind of talk a bit. Let's keep going. I don't smell that poop smell anymore. No. It's the same spot we were just in.
Yeah.
The wind's blowing from the direction I smelled it earlier, so I'm not saying it's anything, just observing, documenting. You always want to document whatever you're sensing, smelling, seeing. Now, I want to say last time we were here, the first time, around this general vicinity, like we got past the Peeper Pond, and then when we were hiking in the woods is when we heard that solitary clonk, wood knock sound. I mean, it sounded like a traditional like single wood knock.
Yep.
There was no follow-ups, and just checking that out. Yeah, there was no follow-ups or anything. And the first thing I thought was, it sounded like someone taking an axe and like trying to chop a piece of wood or something. But there's no campgrounds or anything like that in this vicinity. And it came from a direction that was
we didn't see
off
any
trail.
People.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
I mean, today we're by ourselves. Like we haven't seen anybody.
Yep.
Fallen trees.
Yeah.
Another thing about this area, like you could tell, nothing's blooming yet in terms of the deciduous trees, but there's a lot of this evergreen stuff. which, as you can see, just creates these like green walls, even in winter and whatnot.
Spring.
Early spring. And that's cover for whatever wants to be here unseen. It's good cover for any animal. I can only imagine once the summer does fully hit, like all these small little bushes and shrubs over here, they're all gonna be filled in. It's gonna get
dense.
It's gonna get thicker and denser back here. Interesting tree with a 90-degree bend.
Yeah.
Although it's not saying it's anything Bigfoot related. And this tree here fell straight across that way, so it kind of clipped it. But nonetheless, a form of break. Sounds like there's something rustling. You'd be surprised how loud squirrels sound. I just saw that squirrel run by. And they're frolicking through the leaves. Yep, another little bridge here. Going across the creek again. Oh, there's a frog.
What is that? Frog? I see a little frog right over there.
Yep, I got him.
Okay.
Sun's getting a little lower. We should still have time. It's a gnarly looking tree snap. That looks like it is a tire. How did that tire get way up in that tree?
That's bizarre. I don't know.
Like, look how tall this tree is. And it's there. Maybe it used to be a much smaller tree
Oh yeah, maybe.
and literally just carried the tire up with it.
Yep.
I don't know. The crows are starting to be chattery.
Yeah. Maybe they're getting ready to roost for the night.
Alright, trail brought us to the road. This will bring us back to Peeper Pond. Oh, look at that. We have a barred owl nest. I don't know if it's what that thing is. Alright, so we've determined that There's an old campsite here. Just like the little frame they have for it. And then that is what I presume is the outhouse. So we saw a sign appear. It said deer bed. It's not a deer bed, that's a human bed. I gotta say all these stuff names. So that one we saw earlier called Owl Nest, or Barred Owl Nest. It's probably another old camp. Alright, so we are on our way back to the car. Stayed a little longer than anticipated, so we'll see how the light looks on the way back. But I think we'll be alright. We have flashlights, just in case. And this is prime time for any activity, hopefully. Probably a squirrel again. Alright. Looks like we made it back to the road.
Yep.
Alright, so me and Elizabeth just got back to the car, and we've been sitting out here for a little bit. Had my door open, just enjoying the breeze, cooling off from the hike. And I swear I just heard, I've been listening the whole time, I swear I just heard two, like, clappy noises coming back from the woods. Like a tick, tick, kind of like a woody noise, like a wood knock noise, but not quite as percussive. Maybe like almost like a rock clacky kind of noise. But it's hard to say for sure. There's got quite a bit of road noise from the road nearby. But it did sound like it was coming from the woods. Just gonna do a quick scan around. Alright, we are back in the car, done with the hike, and Elizabeth, are we done investigating?
No.
That's right, because we are going to do a quick drive around the back roads here, the dirt roads, just for fun, and you never know what's going to happen, so let's do it. So Elizabeth is rolling on thermal, just in case she spots a hot spot through the trees. If you do, let me know.
Yep, will do.
One reason I want to do this is a lot of encounters, Sasquatch or other cryptids for that matter, tend to happen on roads, driving through wooded areas like this. Not sure what the reason for that is, aside from maybe there's just more traffic, more human traffic going through roadways and on trails and whatnot. And maybe these creatures just don't really care. Or maybe cars make them nervous and they just want to cross and get away or whatever, but whatever the reason may be, there's a good number of accounts, a lot of accounts really, that happen in cars, so this could be just as effective of a strategy as walking through the woods and looking for things that way. And after we're done here, there's a road that I saw on the map that just kind of has that quintessential country road vibe, long stretch of small road that goes through a very thick area of woods. No houses or anything for a good mile or 2 miles, so the other theory I want to test is just going out there and parking on the side of one of those roads right in the middle and just sit and wait for a little bit and see, if we hear anything, see anything. That's because I've heard a lot of stories of people who, for whatever reason, they need to pull over, whether they're on a long drive and need to take a pee break or whatever the case may be. Speaking of pulling over, we'll park right here, just so we don't have noise. But a lot of people tend to pull over for whatever reason, get out of their car for a little bit, and then they have some sort of encounter. And that may just be luck or chance that just happens where they stopped. There's one of these creatures and they get curious. Or maybe these creatures hear the cars coming and they keep eyes on them, and when that car stops, they start moving in to see what's going on. How come this car is stopping? That's unusual. Humans usually just drive through. Why is this guy stopping? So, again, just testing theories out here. Doesn't hurt. Worst case, we have a little bit of an adventure. Alright, let's keep going. Alright, we are back at the pond. Alright, we're back at the P.A.R.T pond and figured while we're here, why don't we just, for the heck of it, do a quick walk to pitch black walk. I know on the camera it's looks bright, but with our eyes I can't really see much even with a red light on. So anyway, we are going to just walk up to the pond. Elizabeth is rolling on thermal again. Let's do a quick sweep around. Make sure we have no white hots.
Yeah.
So we have water right here.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, we are back in the car and driving out of the woods here, but investigation is not quite over. Like I mentioned, we still have one more point of interest I would like to hit on the way back. It's just a road, kind of small residential road in rural area. On the map, it seems to be surrounded by just a pretty large amount of just woods and forest, almost as big as this place. So, figure why not just drive through it, stop there. It's off the highway, so easy enough to just check it out real quick. It's not out of the way. And do one more sit and listen and see if we hear anything. Catch you there. We are on the road. We look looked at on the map. And I might just try to pull over right here. Not ideal, but and we're just gonna sit for a little bit because this is right in the middle of just a lot of woods, dense woods. I hear noises in the very far distance. I can't tell if it's dogs or coyotes or something.
Yeah, I hear it too, but I can't tell what
Yeah, it's very distant.
it is. Yeah.
Let's keep driving, I guess, and just finish this road off
Yep.
and head home.
We're gonna call it a night.